only recovering from injury. He might give him a run, maybe 20 minutes. A lot will depend on David James.
Paul Ince, as he normally does, doesn't put on his shirt until he walks up that tunnel.
Yeah. I don't know where he got that from. It's a funny sort of a habit, but he must have a worry about not putting on the gear.
Important point for Strasbourg coming into this game is in their first 8 matches in the league in France, they only scored 6 times, but in their last 4 games they've put away 6 goals in the league, so they're starting to get it together, particularly when you've got guys like Zitelli who's only scored 3 goals in the league campaign so far and just 1 in Europe.
Yeah, Pascal Nouma, he hasn't been playing well for them, and neither has Karen Gotti, but it'll be interesting to see what Zitelli does.
Okay, it's Strasbourg against Liverpool, first leg of the UEFA Cup second round.
And this is a setting which marks the return of Jamie Redknapp, his first match since breaking an ankle playing for England against South Africa. And it's also Leonardsson's first start in a Liverpool shirt. In all, there are 3 changes following that defeat by Everton, but with Berger and Riedler both injured, only Michael Thomas loses his place.
A formation suggesting group counter-attacking, whilst Ince will hold the fort. McAteer, Redknapp, Leonardsson and Björneby will attempt to join the wandering McManaman and the goal threat of Robbie Fowler.
Plenty of support here for Liverpool. The opposition, though, Racing Club Strasbourg, were winning 2-0 on Saturday, while Liverpool were losing by the same score. That's their coach, Jackie Duguay-Peroux, who was captain of the side when they had their only championship win in 1979. They made a poor start to this season, but are currently 13th of the 18 teams, having found a bit of form. Their side includes a Slovakian goalkeeper, a Nigerian, a Dane, a Belgian, and Jan Sušo-Parek, who was a key member of the Czech Republic defence in Euro 96. But their coach and their supporters will be looking in attacking terms to the experience of Baticle and Zitelli.
Probably a 4-4-2. Watch for fullbacks Rashka and Umgogi. They will get deep possession, and we can expect Redknapp and Leonardsson to swing out from right and left-sided midfield positions to confront them and stop them getting in any hurtful crosses.
Livermore, and happy birthday to this man, Paul Ince, who is 30 years old today. Autumn in Alsace has provided quite a chilly evening. Meeting of the 2 teams, which ended the hopes of Glasgow. Cap for Ronnie Moran. It's a pitch, incidentally, which has something of a crown down its length. So the goalkeepers will have to note that from some of the corners, the ground will be moving away from them, it will seem. Liverpool in their usual red. First clearance for David James. Won by Reshka, who is following McManaman at the start, it would appear. They've got some pace this side, and they swing the ball around. Conte not getting a touch when he needed a better one. Not getting a true touch. Here's Baticle. They certainly were too good in both matches for Rangers, in spite of having a man sent off in each leg. Standing. Free kick is to Liverpool. And if any members of the Council of Europe, which is currently in session here this week, wanted a seat, they wouldn't have had too much trouble finding one. Ruddock across to Harkness. Back 3. Wenzel. Alexander Wenzel, who was previously with Slovan Bratislava. Raschke. Bringing it forward, then Dacour. Free kick is to the French side. France, incidentally, having 5 clubs involved in the UEFA Cup: Auxerre, Lyon, Bastia, Metz, and Strasbourg. Collet not making it on the right, but I'm sure that Roy Evans has noted his pace. For his place with Dominic Matteo and Mark Wright, both now fit and available, in fact both on the bench. Nice piece of play by Dacour, and here's Collet. Zitelis in the middle on the 6-yard line. Oh, it wasn't he who made the final challenge, but Conte may even have come off Ruddock. It did indeed, after his own goal last Saturday.
That was the second fast-paced cross of the game. Collet getting forward from the right, and we saw on the other side Umgogi.
Credit David James, he did well, and he's done well again with an awkward swinging ball in on the near post. Put out the second one, rather better by Ruddock than the original interception, which I suppose we can call it. It's the corner played again. Produced the first corner, and here's another. Crowd enthused by the bright start by their side. Lorimer got it away. He's up in north. Great incidentally played for Metz against Newcastle last season. Here he is. Sushaparek, Akpara. You can see Collet likes to get forward. He was sprinting for a pass, and in the end was behind him. Sushaparek, whose calmness itself at the back. Here's Collet.
Set their stall out. We've seen that's the third occasion where they've tried to get the ball, bisecting the Liverpool 3-man defence and the goalkeeper. And if they can get into the corners of the field and play those type of balls in, Liverpool have got to be very wary.
Dietler. Robbed by Bjorneby. Here's Fowler. He's done well, but there isn't too much support in the middle, and it's a goal kick. Dacour. Zitelli is offside. As a substitute at Ibrox, scored the second goal 4 minutes into the second half, which finally killed off Rangers. It has to be said, were very disappointing. Same could be said of Liverpool on Saturday, because by general consensus they were well beaten. And that includes players from Liverpool feeling that. Here's Collet. Conte is in the middle, so is Batitla. This is Conte trying to find a bit of room for himself, or make a bit of room for himself. That's the problem with one man up. It can often come back quickly if that man can't hold on to the ball. Ruddock. Ince. McManaman. 3 around him. And by Ngogi. Reschke moves forward to the halfway line with eyes on McManaman. It's a bit casual. Harkness, Redknapp. Defensive tour as well.
Well, Batikla has taken up a position very much central. Ince will have to look at that. The two strikers are trying to split the Liverpool three centre-backs, and the biggest danger early on is Colley on the right, obviously very quick, and Magogi receiving this ball now on the left-hand side. They're going to try and get forward as much as possible, and McAteer and Björneby on the other side must be looking very carefully for that ball that's played behind them.
Here cuts out. That's intended for Gogi. Held up by Conte. Redknapp. McManaman. Lennartson has gone left, but he's gone into trouble right. McManaman wasn't really aware then of the run by the Norwegian. Dacour. It's Björneby. Lennartson. Plenty of space there for the moment. Only Fowler forward, three others coming from deeper. Redknapp.
Now, slightly ambitious, but a good break there by the two Norwegians on the left, Björneby and Lennartson. I'm sure they will enjoy playing together. They've had few opportunities so far this season. There you see the shot, sliced, ambitious and early.
I suppose you would feel, David, if you were his manager, well, it's a sign of he's confidently back, but that wouldn't surprise you.
Well, I think we're all hoping that he does well, because he's been a long time out, and he must have France in the back of his mind for the summer, of course.
Collet. Rapinoe. Put out by Ince. Flat across the 18-yard line then, Liverpool. There's space behind them if somebody had timed the run on the pass right. Ince. And again, captain of Liverpool, captain of England, member of the 31st club now. Offside Fowler.
Be very important early on that Ince just slows the game down a little bit from that centre circle area, that midfield area. Gets some passes going, some exchange of passes with Redknapp and Lennartson, which will give the Liverpool wing-backs a chance to come forward.
Rapinoe. Reschke. Moment, they got four up. That's Batikla. That's through. Rapinoe. That's well read. Well cut out by Redknapp. Lennartson. Fowler. Lennartson. Björneby getting forward, but Colley matching him. Good change of direction. Ince then was the furthest forward for Liverpool. It's Conte. Zitelli is in the middle, waiting for the cross on the near post. There's nobody on the far, and surely there should have been for the French, but such is the pace of the break that they couldn't get enough players up then.
That's an interesting one. Showed a real team pair of heels there to Rudder. Only 21 this forward.
On the near post, poor delivery. Here's Rapinoe. Rather casual ball out by Rapinoe. Sushaparek. Good strike. Well, he got among the goal scorers in Euro 96, including the opening goal in the 3-3 draw against Russia, that hugely exciting contest at the end of the qualification stage.
He really got some pace and power behind that ball, and immediately Roy Evans took advantage of that goal kick to come to the touchline and have a brief word with Björneby about the organisation of the side.
Couldn't get there. The appeals are only from the crowd. But it was a very good ball, wide to the right, and they are using the width, and may not be too comfortable for Liverpool, but in terms of pure football, that is good to see.
Well, I think we've seen 17 minutes or so of this type of pass. There you see that ball fast played across the box. It's a perfect ball for an oncoming forward. A nightmare for a defender.
Colomer was the player in with the challenge, and no suggestion of a penalty. Did well, but he needs support. He's got no one this side. He's done really well because McAteer had to get up from quite a long way back. Dacour. Ngogi. Para. Rapinoe. Soucheparek. Throw. Possession somewhat surprised at the pace of the challenge from Redknapp.
He did well there. That was good hounding. They tend to play it short out of defence, and the Leonardson and Redknapp have got to snap at every opportunity.
McAteer. Jones is among the Liverpool substitutes. Jones right, Jürgen Nielsen the goalkeeper, Michael Thomas, Michael Owen, Dominic Matteo and Danny Murphy. 3 from 7 allowed. Close to the action is Vitor Milo Pereira from Portugal, refereed England against Mexico last spring. Fowler waiting. McAteer, Fowler putting wide to the right. Not the best of challenges, which brings the free kick. A little hasty, unnecessarily aggressive. You make a challenge like that, you've got to win the ball.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous touch by Fowler, almost inducing the challenge. Lovely touch with the outside of his left foot.
Quick shot at Ruddock there, who somehow lost a D on his shirt. Diklu got it out. McManaman. One at the moment behind the ball for the French side. Liverpool have settled after the pacey opening from the home side. Steve Harkness. Too much from McManaman. Not the kindest of back passes given the goalkeeper though. And Rashke finally clears. Pignon. Ngogi. Conte. Dane came from Idovre. Same club that Liverpool got their new #2 goalkeeper from, Jürgen Nielsen. They were together at the club for about 6 months. To Redknapp, McAteer, Sushiparek, curling ball that really shouldn't have beaten so many defenders to find the man, but did. Zitelli, nasty bounce on the ball. Clearance by Harkness, turned well and controlled it well. Paticle. Conte in the middle. Zitelli in that.
It's an interesting diagonal ball. There's always a chance of it beating the third centre-back, but I have to say Björneby was in a good position. They were close enough to affect that ball more.
Sushiparek, one of those players at the back who always seems to have plenty of time. Only this time. Attempted run by Ince. Free kick to Strasbourg.
Well, good refereeing, I think. Tackle from behind, but no attempt by the referee to start a cascade of yellow cards. Hopefully that will continue.
Ngogi. Relishing his return to the first team. He's very impatient to get back. He's played 4 games in the reserves. That's beautifully played. Para. Zitelli, Ngogi on the left touchline. Again, the diagonal wall. This is the one they played most of the time.
2 good left-footers on this side. Zitelli, when he comes out towards this channel from the centre, the front runner, and Ngogi when he gets forward. Quite bright.
Okpara adding his presence forward. Sushiparek is already there. Here's Okpara, and here's Zitelli. Oh, what a lovely strike at the ball. They didn't pick up Okpara. And here's little nod to Zitelli. Didn't give James any chance at all. It was so cleanly struck. But look at the man at the back. Nobody's really picked him up. And the little nod back. Nobody's picked up the man on the edge of the box. And his strike certainly made them pay.
Well, I think it was a point well made by Alan Hansen the other week about the edge of the box there. They got 10 men in the box, and on the edge of the box there's always a chance the ball will be knocked away, and it's that second ball that has to be closed down. And there was a clear chance, a clear shot. One didn't think the chance of a goal was that great when he struck it. There were so many bodies, but my word, what an effort.
Too much by Leonards. first 7 games, but they found some form. Can they beat on Saturday? The referee has a word with Ngogi, which left Jason McAteer sort of groggy, but he's not taking any further action.
Well, we spoke about Zitelli. We knew he was a free kick specialist. He's crossed 1 or 2 good balls with his left foot already, but he certainly can strike that ball with his right foot as well. It really was a wonderful effort.
The French coach, Aimé Jacquet, is among the crowd. And I would have thought that if he had to name a 40 at this stage, that Zitelli would be among those players with the hope of representing their country on home soil next summer in the World Cup.
I don't think we should underestimate the French challenge. How many clubs tonight is it in Europe? 5 clubs. That's a good representation.
Also, David, go back, recall 1984, and they did rather well on their home soil. Intonated the same year that Liverpool last won a trophy in Europe. European Cup. Instructions from the bench as Ince gets the ball. A man wide. There, Leonardson has been told to play a bit wider to prevent the runs of Collet. Rather more effectively than Liverpool have succeeded in doing so far. Liverpool free kick. Redknapp on the wall. McManaman just outside the box. Fowler pulling to the right. McManaman centrally placed. Leonardson on the left side, but now coming nearer the kicker. On by McAteer. Looked a little conscious of the challenge coming in. Good throw. Good running by McManaman. McAteer. He's quite prepared to come, this goalkeeper, Alexander Wenzel. Needed to then, but it's always a thought in England that continental goalkeepers don't like to come for the crosses. Apinon. Redknapp. McManaman deeper. Fowler. This is a more controlled attack here by Liverpool. McManaman, Bjorneby. Found a ball in was a disappointment. Particular. Ngogi. Played it to the wrong captain. 25 minutes of the first half. The goal came in the 19th. Joined us late. It's Strasbourg who lead by 1-0. Scorer Zitelli, who remembered in the city of Glasgow for his goal there. McAteer. Three passes to get back to the same place.
Very difficult sometimes to go forward. They're beginning to get composed in midfield and get a lot of possession. But that man who was fouling there, Fowler, he's being man-marked by Okpara, who's had a very, very good start in my view. And Shushkaparik is just sweeping round the back of them. But this defender looks a very sharp player.
In my book, David. Shushkaparik, and he said Para. One Ronaldo. Farah might well be in the Nigerian side in the World Cup. He's on the fringe of their choice at the moment. Says, give it to me. And he does, to the letter. Oh, big cover. Needed to be. Away from Bjornaby and Harkness, the extra man.
That was important covering there by Harkness.
Siteli almost going out of the ground to take this one. Conte near post. That's a good save. He had a man either side of him then, but the one to the left as we look fouled him. Reason for the free kick.
It was a corner almost as good as a shot.
It's well left by Redknapp and moved well into the space. McManaman. Who cut it out. Offside, surely. Yes, it will not count if it had gone in, but it hadn't. Or didn't. Leonardson.
Good break by Leonardson. But I think clearly just very close.
Conte closed his ankles in time. Ince. False piece of play in midfield could still be costly. Collet gets back. Ince. Showing a lot of attacking tendencies. Paul Ince. Particle. Looks up to see what's on. Up comes McAteer. Wants a long diagonal wall. Ince. Bjornaby. Crossover in the middle. Good cover by Okpara. Knew where Fowler had gone. Redknapp. Some room, everything to his left. It's Conte. Here's the Dane in the side. Well, he looked for it a bit, and he got it. I don't really like to see that because he looked as though he'd got away from his Scandinavian quarry.
Just have been a little bit of a shoulder push there, but the important thing is when they get the ball to any of these three front players, that's Particle, Conte and Zitelli, they're immediately looking to attack the defender. They've got some pace about them.
Dakor, the last to touch the ball. Sushaparik with a word as well. It's Dakor. Straight off Fowler. Zitelli with the second ball in. And a miss kick by Cromer. James is committed. And cover man behind him for Steve Harkness.
Just sense a little bit of nervousness in that defence.
Hudson.
James did well once Kouama went in to try and get back there. He just missed getting his touch, but good cover there by Harkness.
Telly was in line with the back player then. The linesman is indicating on the far side.
Interesting contrast. Strasbourg looking for the searching ball just that little bit earlier than Liverpool. Liverpool have got over the shock, shall we say, of that goal, and they haven't allowed Strasbourg to raise their tempo. One might have thought after the first goal Strasbourg needed to go really strong over the next 10-15 minutes, but Liverpool have calmed the game down.
Because Lennartson had come deep because Collet had got well forward. Here he is, Collet. Adik.
Interesting to see Mark Wright over there, one of the substitutes amongst the three Liverpool players. And you constantly change the back three. There's always a chance that some misunderstandings might occur.
Well, of course, started as the first choice, injured in the first match of the season at Wimbledon, had a lot of trouble with knee injury. Missed the last, played the last two. Might have wished he hadn't played on Saturday. Tilly to swing it in again. Well met by Ince. Lennartson. Handball. Decor. Just a passing word again from the referee. 10 minutes to go to half-time. One goal scored by Strasbourg. Old, the number 6, came to French football from Belgian football. Redknapp. The pass was a long time in coming, the ball was a long time in travelling, invited the challenge. Redknapp gets it over the top for the first time. Okpara still doing a good job twice. Collet, clearly very much a favourite of the crowd, as any player of pace tends to be. Conte.
Oh, my goodness me, that was ambitious, and it found its target. Ngogi. Apino. Conte pulling it down, but then not finding the room for the shot. He whistles for the pass to nobody. Apino. The best of control from the Dane, but he's a willing runner. Offers a lot of angles. This is Okpara winning once with the neck, and then he cleared eventually more comfortably. And his challenge was Fowler. Shoshapadik. Lorimer. McAteer. Behind the ball for the French side. Manaman looks to be dropping deeper and deeper to start things off. McAteer. Redknapp. Leonardson. Two on the far post. Back of the box is Redknapp. And it just brushed the head of Okpara. Batikli. Apino. Well played. Feinted to make the early pass. And he was fouled by Ruddock. As we look again at the replay of the flick off the head of Okpara with McManaman waiting behind. And here's the foul.
Well, he may be a liberal referee, but I don't think Ruddock can have too many complaints. He was deceived by a clever piece of skill.
And he was booked for that challenge as we were looking at the replay. Joins Paul Ince and David James, those on the field currently for Liverpool, with one yellow card in this competition. Here. Ince. Change of direction. They were looking for the ball to go wide. Good support too. It's been a feature of Ince's play when he's got forward in attack, which has been quite often. McManaman for the first time turning somebody, and here's Fowler. Just over the top of his head.
Gorgeous play that by McManaman on the left byline there. It's the balls people like Fowler thrive on. It was just slightly too high. But that's where Liverpool have got to try and get to. I think they've got to get into advanced positions just a little bit quicker. Ince is setting an example. He's driving forward. There we see it again. Safe for Strasbourg.
Uncertainty at the back between the two, forced the long ball, which was a knocking ball when it came. Shoshapadik. Dakour. Poulet. Ngogi. No foul. Quite clearly. McManaman. McAteer. No flag. And they're caught, but there's no support for Fowler now, arriving at the back of the box. McManaman's available. And this is he. And the goalkeeper turns it away for the corner.
Well, McManaman did well to find space there because Fowler was quite isolated there, and he managed to come on to that ball and get a strike with his left foot. Not his best striking foot, that, and Wenzel did well to get down low. But it's got to be a chance.
And a bit more pace on the ball. The goalkeeper might have found life a little bit more difficult.
Up comes Ruddock. Turned away by Sushaparek. Ruddock was almost celebrating goal then. He was coming in behind the Czech defender. But it was turned away from his challenge. Good piece of defending that. Corner taken. And a bit of push and shove in the middle. Free kick against Ruddock.
I think Roy Evans has done well early on. The threat of Colley down the right, that's been nullified a little bit. He's pushed Leonardson just a shade wider. There was some movement and danger coming to Liverpool from that side.
Minutes of the half remaining. And barely any delays, just booking for Ruddock. Referee has been unobtrusive, but very efficient and unfussy. Given and taken. Oliver. Manaman. McAteer. Oliver made a run down to the right, but the ball went backwards. Here's McManaman. Nice use of both feet. McManaman again, ending the half well. Casual ball by Conte. Can't let him know about it. Gets an early chance of a reprieve. Gave it to Ngogi, who somehow sorted it out from between his ankles. Conte again. Italy. Free kick. Challenge on McManaman. Very cleanly taken by David James. Is allowing for the odd stoppage. Has a look at his watch. And half-time it is, and Roy Evans goes off, finding his team 1 goal behind.
There's no doubt Liverpool have gained possession of the ball a little bit better as the game's gone on, playing through midfield, some tidy, neat play, but probably lacking that killer thrust, not really threatening the goal enough. Strasbourg, for their part, start very dangerously, got down the sides well, but Liverpool have countered that threat as the game's gone on, delicately poised.
1 goal scored in the 19th minute by David Ziteli for Strasbourg.
Of players as well. They lost Bruno Rodriguez, and if he was out there, he would have been the man that would have really damaged Liverpool. So Roy Evans and the Liverpool guy can thank their small mercies because Bruno Rodriguez is not out there.
I'll tell you something about French football here, just to finish off before we go back for the second half. Domestic ticket demand for the 9 big games there have reached 1 million applications, and there's only 227,000 tickets for those big games like the final and the playoffs and the semis and quarters. So they're going to have to draw lots in France to get tickets.
What that means for Australia?
Well, I get a lot of inquiries about where to get tickets, and hopefully the Socceroos will qualify.
They should. They should qualify. It'll be a great World Cup 1998 with Australia there.
Okay,
but
let's go
keep
back
our
to
fingers
Strasbourg.
crossed for Liverpool.
Well, let's hope that Liverpool can do the job here, but they'll find it very tough as we go back for the second half.
Ball here. They weren't too pleased at the club because they lost the financial backup they would have got from being a World Cup stadium. It's a stadium too where Frank Leboeuf played, where Remy Gard played, indeed where Arsene Wenger played. Clearance for Liverpool in the second half. Huge difference in experience of Europe. Liverpool, of course, with 6 successes, 4 in the European Cup, 2 in the UEFA Cup, this competition. Ball does eventually go out there for a goal kick, whereas Strasbourg have only made 8 attempts in Europe. This is their 8th over a period of 37 years. Best was once to get the quarter-final of the European Cup, season after they won their only championship, 79-80. Here's Redknapp, up by Rashke. No substitutions, incidentally, at half-time. Roddick. Harkness. Diekler. Collet. Pinot, that was well spotted by Fowler. Got away with the trip too, which the referee didn't see. Collet. Certainly been more inside than he was in the opening moments. Collet. Pinon. Well, I'm not sure either player was truly playing the ball then. Free kick goes against Ince for an off-the-hip body check.
Pignon was certainly unnerved by the sight of Ince coming towards him, that's for sure. Jumped rather high. There's a wasted free kick there by a man you wouldn't expect to waste a free kick. Sushaparak.
Mistake by Roddick. Conte in possession. Some canny play by Steve Harkness. Been one of the more dependable of Liverpool's defenders. Again. Wenzel. Very confident. There's a good pedigree. His father played for Slovan Bratislava when they beat Barcelona in the Cup Winners' Cup. Time ago, back in '69. Okpara, one of the stars of the show in 1997, round 2 of the UEFA Cup. Ziteli, scorer of the only goal so far. Certainly rather quieter start to the second half than there was to the first.
Yes, Liverpool playing with a very similar shape. Kwame possibly playing more on the right, with McAteer in front of him now.
Conte, that's well claimed by David James.
He's looked thoroughly confident in goal, it should be said for the record. He has his critics. And he's had a few problems, to be fair. Redknapp. Bjorneby. Redknapp. All bar two behind the ball for the French. Here's McManaman. Baticle. Surprising, arguably unnecessary pass. Papineau. Dacour. Conte did well to make it his. Papineau. Demonstration to the referee for that free kick. As we look again at David James's claim. Conte, his cross was too close to the goalkeeper, but it could have squirmed away. Gogi to take the free kick. Ziteli out by Radek. Ince. Redknapp. McAteer. Ince does well to take the return while falling backwards. Batik. Goodness me. Has he watched Fowler before? I rather doubt it. Papineau. Tickle in the middle. Ziteli on the right side. Yes, off the crossbar. James was expecting to find that coming out of his goal. But instead, Ziteli does not score his second goal of the match.
When you see that,
James completely.
when you see that cross come in from Opignan, you wouldn't really fancy Ziteli. He's not the biggest of guys, but his movement was good. There you see him get in front with the merest of flicks, and James was beaten. You think sometimes when you look at them why they weren't going to put the ball into the air, but the movement is good.
As you may have noted, full crossbar, Reed post. Would work anyway, saving David James, who was certainly beaten. I would have thought Ziteli has done himself a good deal of credit in the eyes of the national coach. Up on his knees after the card has come on. Now he's going to have to get on that. Put up for a little ride around after the touchline, then say, please can I come back? But he also looks as though he might need stitches and an eyebrow wound.
He's got a cut on, so I think the Liverpool physiotherapist is out there too, Mark Heather, and he's making some comments to the referee.
Probably the fact that he's got a cut is indicative of the concern of the challenge, which came in from Harkness here. James well beaten by Ziteli in the first half in the 19th minute, and I think he thought he'd been beaten by him again. Although whether he would have identified who'd beaten him, I'm not sure. Ince. Redknapp. Lennartsen. Redknapp. So confident on the ball up Barra. And so Sushapare. That wasn't a very good clearance.
Strasbourg were a little lucky to get that free kick too. they certainly didn't jump for the ball.
I imagine that Paul Ince will know perfectly well what David Zitelli feels at the moment. He too is going to have the bandage round his head and returns, but doesn't look, as one description of Ince in Rome, like a glass of Guinness. That's well played, but Redknapp, oh, he's unlucky.
Tremendous break by Redknapp, that. He strode into the box, really purposeful, and he changed feet superbly well at the last second.
Struggling to get it away. Harkness. There's an extra touch then for Redknapp, but he didn't actually want, wasn't there? Harkness again. That's well claimed. Turned by Alpinot. From Goggi, but not a good ball to him. Crowd here, home crowd, very enthusiastic about the score at the moment, but to lose 1-0 away in Europe has always been a basis for the comeback in the second leg. And, certainly signs from that attack involving McManaman and Redknapp. Liverpool are more than capable of coming back in this one. While the pace is there, there's always the danger of a second goal for Strasbourg. So we've got a nicely balanced match, as you said at half-time, David, please.
Yes, I think Roy Evans has pushed McManaman a little bit further up the field to play closer to Fowler, to give them a little bit more support when they have the ball at the back, the Liverpool defenders, particularly Ruddock, who's got a good range of a deeper pass. He's got another outlet to hit now. McManaman playing further forward with Fowler, more orthodox shape.
Wasn't easy to say, was it? Bordered on the 4-4-5 score. 5-4. Collet. It's the French side having to collect themselves a bit here. Slightly lost their rhythm because they've been knocked out of it. Suchaparek. Maybe there were two signs of overconfidence. Here's Baticle and here's Conte. Well, I tell you what, John of that surname wouldn't have been too pleased with that strike.
No, Baticle made a good forward run. Kwame looked across the back line. He played him onside. He ran with him. And then when the ball came back, it was loosely struck. No base, non-kicking foot, wild.
Here's Fowler. Collet. Alpinot. Second pass, but two defenders there alive to it. Alpinot. Rashke. It's well up. Kronmer. Goggi. Yes, got a touch, David James. And that was a bit of a struggle for him.
That was brilliant play by Ngogi. He thought about the shot. He realised he was slightly unbalanced. He took it on a stride. He didn't slash at it wildly. And it was a delicate cross. James stretching.
Italy with full corner. McManaman.
Strasbourg at the moment. They've put Collet infield to play against Leonardson. Early on, he was the biggest threat down the Liverpool left. He's now tucked in. Leonardson's not able to get much of the ball, but by the same token, Collet hasn't used that space on the right-hand side that he used so well in the first half.
Contest changing as we pass the hour point. The core equal the challenge of Ince. Surprising in the home leg that home side should withdraw one of their most telling weapons. I have to say, wouldn't be the first coach to do that. Here's McManaman. It's also another sign of perhaps what can happen with French football, the overconfident spell of passes at the back, which very nearly led to problems. Really recovered their poise. That's beautifully pulled down. That's a good save that denies Fowler. It's a throw.
Tremendous skill that. Really deceived Okpara. Good early shot. Keeper well down.
Wanted to play right through him. That was what they call 11 against 11.
Well, Redknapp certainly can be quite pleased with the way he's got into this game this evening.
His free kick. Rudiger's got forward in the box. Offside. Fowler offside when the ball was played. He was at Monaco in the time of Hoddle and Hinckley and Wenger. So Wenger, the coach there. Zitelli is in the middle. Nice touch back, first time shot, which was really well struck. They are Pinou. And James tried to get the body behind it, was hit on the fall. Zitelli! Oh, that was a lovely cross and a fine goal. Batista will play it in. Look at the run. Again, the attacker getting in front of the defender.
Well, we thought the previous move was fast, powerful, pacey, but that move was as good. Early ball, quick movement in the box, and a wonderful touch, really. James, no chance. And Liverpool now have a very interesting position. They need a goal.
Zitelli's second, coming in the 63rd minute. And he scored a couple of memorable goals this evening. One with a cracking right foot shot, in case you missed it first half or during the half-time interval when it was looked at obviously in the studio.
Michael Owen, of course, players on the subs bench with real goal-scoring potential. The other subs don't suggest there's a goal scorer amongst them. But he must be hoping now, Roy Evans, that McManaman and Fowler can get support a little bit quicker. May have to gamble a bit with Redknapp further forward. Certainly the next few minutes will be interesting on the Liverpool bench as they discuss what moves they may make.
In both the team and in their supporters for a while. It's all changed now.
Liverpool finding it very difficult to get that ball forward. The marking is very close in the midfield. Colley on Leonardson like a leech. Redknapp finding a little bit of space. But everyone else closely marked.
Like a little pull then by Fowler. He got away with it. That's a brilliant save. Really moved his feet at such pace, the goalkeeper, to get the tip over.
Fantastic vision too by Fowler. It was really a great save, and Fowler knows how unlucky he's been, because that was a real classic finish, or could have been.
Parry. There's the threat from Redknapp.
Absolute correct decision, but it was interesting. The supporters won't appreciate it. The referee waited to see who gained the advantage, but he might have waited just a shade long for people to understand what the referee was waiting for.
Redknapp takes, good drive. Huge distance, very cleanly struck. Another direct line between striker and goalkeeper. Time Benson didn't have to move his feet at all. Good advantage play by the referee, but Conte's got a lot to do. And now, of course, the referee gets booed. Redknapp. It's short. It's Conte, still Conte, it's 3. Got his hand to it, David James, as it was slotted back across him. And there is some delight in Strasbourg. 2 from Zitelli, 1 from Conte. Roddick was the defender, there was room for the shot. And he took his chance well.
Well, I looked at that in the first place, and I thought Roddick felt he might have had a chance to get the ball the first time. He hesitated, he allowed Conte to get possession. Once he came on his inside, of course, Roddick strong on his left foot. Once he came on his inside, he manoeuvred that chance, and the goalkeeper was just taken wrong-footed. Did his best, but we have a real strange scoreline. I think we came to this game tonight when we were discussing it before the game. We wondered whether Strasbourg would really attack the game, whether they had enough fluidity and pace up front, and they've really shown tonight how dangerous they can be. They're not in a high position in their league.
13 out of 18. So recent form had, as I said at the start, improved. As we said, David, that Liverpool needed a goal when they went 2 down. They certainly need one after this strike by Conte. I see no reason for delaying the arrival of Michael Owen. Dietler. Collected Calais, but not nicely delivered into the middle. Chance of a quick break here. There's McAteer. Everything now to his left. Diagonally forward, and McAteer runs into trouble really across the face of the defender, and there was a second one in the queue behind in case he got past. No problem then for the French to get back to nullify the threat. Chance for Fowler. Chance for McManaman. No. Michael Owen is ready to come into the fray.
Probably just drop McManaman a little bit off 2 strikers and pair Owen with Fowler. But always a difficult situation for the manager. If he chases the game now and exposes himself at the back and lost another, it would be curtains almost certainly.
Ince. Fowler. Plays it back, so he had Collet at his back. Total mood of celebration in the Stade de la Minot. Leonardson, McManaman, Ince. McManaman followed by Rashka. Here they are together. McManaman, still McManaman. Good save. Tried to curl it around the near post. Fowler was coming into the middle, but there were defenders in the way. And Alexander Wenzel played well. Good stuff from McManaman. Substitution is to be made, and Neil Roddick is to go off. Michael Owen comes on. I think the first
10 games of the season. Fowler on the injured list. Been sub for the last 3. Ahead of Dacour. Fowler. This is Batiki. 2 out with him.
It's a good run. Collet. Also a good piece of defending. Second piece was somewhat unorthodox from Homer.
Warmer and Harkness now, centre-half pairing. Bjørnebæk onto left-back, McAteer playing as a more orthodox right-back.
Rashke, not a particularly good header, and Dacour was well aware of it. Ince, touch unlucky. Redknapp. As we look, pretty silent at the moment. Roy Evans' side do have to give themselves a goal to bite on for the second leg in a fortnight's time. Come back from 2 down before in Europe. 3 is a massive task.
Now gone to a wider right-hand side position, and Owen and Fowler playing up the middle. They're going to have to work the back defenders.
Down the middle again is Conte offside.
Now to be made. As we look at that replay, clearly was offside. And the substitution, Ngogi comes off and is replaced by Yannick Roth. Local lad, 23, youth and under 21 cap. Just in passing, talking of Yannick, the president of this club is one Patrick Foissy, noted tennis player in his day, and indeed the brother-in-law of somewhat more famous Yannick Noah. It's Keimer. Followed by Okpara down the middle. McAteer getting forward on the right. That was Redknapp. What's the early return? Gets it. Ince adds his presence forward. This is he, and this is Fowler. And he'll be in trouble for that. It's well claimed by the goalkeeper, and Fowler whipped his boot at him. The referee had strong words and left it at that. Sign of frustration from Robbie Fowler, who's so often been alone. But it was a good claim. That was certainly unnecessary. I'd even say more players forward in that attack then. Which ended with a claim by Wenzel and a bruise for Wenzel. but an inaccurate one. No chance to Owen, hasn't been able to get into the game yet. He's been given a ball to fasten onto. Side will be strengthened in the second leg. They're without 3 players suspended and 2 injured. 2 of the suspended players would be available for the second leg. Ince, Redknapp, left side Björneby. Redknapp. Seen by Rashka.
Strasbourg at this stage making sure they're all behind the ball, making Liverpool overpass, unable to play the penetrating ball past the defenders. And, well, corner conceded by a very good performer on the night for Strasbourg.
Redknapp. Plenty in the box for Liverpool, but plenty for Strasbourg as well. It has to be said, there haven't been too many penetrating balls. I think you could probably count them on the fingers of one hand. Here's Redknapp. McManaman. Support from Björneby. This is more promising. But the ball in was a huge disappointment with Fowler making the run. But here's Ince. Out by Arpignon. Played in then by Björneby, totally unaware of the movement of Fowler. It's an easier game to play from the stand, but even so.
Not an easy situation for Liverpool, but you just feel they've lost their shape a little bit, they've lost their way a little bit. They can't seem to get round the outside of the Strasbourg defence. They're holding their line, they're sitting in there. I'm sure they couldn't have imagined they would have such a comfortable margin at this stage of the game.
Redknapp. Fowler. Ince. Did well after being denied the shot that he was obviously looking for. Redknapp. Deli is ahead of the ball. Ever is brought out with pace. This is Paticle, and here's Deli. Paticle has gone to the middle. Combination that produced goal number 2. Owen. Frustratingly away from a little touch which might have exposed Rashka. Did well. McManaman. Nowhere to go but back though. Redknapp. Owen right side. Fowler also right side but further ahead. This is he. Taken up Fowler with him. Fender has 2 bites. Second concedes the corner. The watch by Jackie Peru. To credit him the choice of putting Collet on Leonardson. A surprising time has worked for him. Ince underneath it. But he was always searching for it across his head. Nobody was really coming in from the far angle with power. McAteer. Another corner. As Roy Evans is, what a difference a Liverpool goal might make to this tie overall. Owen in the 6-yard area. Ince this time, up rather than on. Batikle. I said at the start that Strasbourg will be looking to Batikle and Zitelli. Certainly haven't been disappointed in their performances. Decour. Foul against Ince.
They're whistling because he clears the ball away, but the coach of Strasbourg smiles. It simply picks up a few more seconds.
Well, the game has been well refereed. There's no question about that. I think he's been very fair. He's allowed the play to flow.
Collet. See if anybody's going to run for him. Finds another good ball from distance. Zitelli. Mapinon. Not quite on the same wavelength as his colleagues. To be made. It's Aziz Rabah, 21-year-old born in this city, and he's replacing the two-goal man, David Zitelli. Goes up front, Rabah, to join Conte. 3 minutes remaining.
Well, it's set up for a most exciting night at Anfield, but Liverpool need an early goal. Whether they can get one very late in this game, they haven't suggested that they will. Here's Ince.
And here's Owen.
I think Liverpool have been surprised tonight, as we have, by the pace and movement of Strasbourg in the last 30 yards of the field.
Was, as you could see, prepared for the shot, but it came off Fowler's head, took it away from him. The goalkeeper comes for it, claims well. Down to 2 minutes. Seemed to get down a little late at that, Wenzel. Marin, Redknapp's cross. Did well, the goalkeeper then. Owen was waiting.
That little man, Collet, he was a star early on in the game. He's dropped deeper, he's picked up Leonardson, he's rendered Leonardson very ineffective in my view in this game. But I think it's Zitelli that's caught the eye with his fast, outstanding striking, and the combination with Conte up front really has been a confirmation of Strasbourg's ambition. Liverpool have had much possession. I feel Fowler has fought a bit of a lone battle up the front. He's been unlucky on a couple of occasions in the second period, but really he'll be disappointed with the support, or the speed of support, that he's had this evening.
Got a minute. Liverpool to get a goal which will change the opening complexion at least at Anfield. Free kick is given. Just a little problem between McManaman and Dacour, and then Ince makes a point as well. Just been the one booking in the match. And the referee flashing Portuguese eyes, and they seem to do the job. I'm being told to calm it. It's Liverpool's free kick. Needs to be well delivered. Plenty forward. But a pushing free kick is to Strasbourg.
And I suppose, ironically, the man that can make the biggest contribution at those type of set plays is now left the field, Rudder. With his height and strength, when you're chasing a goal in the last couple of minutes, he can cause consternation in a defence.
Ince. Redknapp. Gets a touch and a second. And a third. Ooh, it's all getting a little bit tight there. Concern clearly showing on the face of the French coach. Pressure at the start of the season when there were 4 results, 1 win out of 7. How quickly things can change for coaches and managers. Here's Owen. Still Michael Owen. And still just tried to get it through a needle that had about 4 eyes. Leonardson wanted it wide. Well, they're going to have to find a better combination in 2 weeks' time, Liverpool. They're going to have to attack with more spark and more pace and more a quick delivery of the ball, because they've been well beaten in Strasbourg by 3 goals to 0. The goals by Zitelli, the first 2 in 19 and 63, and Conte in 69. The celebration is all French.
Okay, well done here. Roy, have you needed a goal for Darrington and Mateus now for tonight?
We tried to get a goal. I can't complain about the attacking side of it. We created chances, but you can't defend like that in Europe, and it's becoming the same old tale all the time. It's hard around the bend.
Your defensive lineup, what are your first impressions of how it played tonight?
Well, we started in a shaky mood, then we got in control, reasonable control in the game, and we lose 2 goals from nothing, and I say it's not good enough. You can't survive in Europe or in any league if you don't defend.
Are you ready for the barrage of questions that will now be asked about your Liverpool side?
Well, we've got to answer the questions, that's for sure. The only way we can answer them is to answer them on the pitch, and we've all got to work towards doing that.
What are your initial thoughts about just what is going wrong?
Well, obviously you just can't defend. You've got to get individually and collectively. We're not doing it as a unit, and the goals are going in, and we've got to stop that.
It's a mountain to climb now. Can you ever climb that high?
Well, we had a chance against Palace, and we nearly got there. There's no way we can throw the towel, and we've got to think we can do it. But as I say, we give ourselves too much to do.
Are you disillusioned tonight?
Well, sometimes in this game you get disillusioned, and tonight's certainly am.
A lot of soul searching to be done, I guess.
Well, for everybody.